Lori's Creations, and I think I need a haircut. I know that for some of you, the football game is on, and there's others who don't care about the Super Bowl. So I'm here for those of you that don't care about Super Bowl. I want to watch the end of the game. That's why I'm coming on now. So I am going to refresh my Facebook page and see if I can find my live, because for some reason it doesn't always show. You gotta love technology. And of course it's still not showing me, so we're gonna try one more time. Man, it is so stupid that it does not, that it takes me forever to be able to find and get my post up. Just forever. So you're going to and now we will go quickly share this out, because I'm sure I'm talking to just a few of you right now. So we just want to get a few of you on here. And like I said, I know that if you are watching the game, that is totally fine. I totally get it. But, you know, there are some people who do not care about the game. They just don't. So I am on here to give those of you something to watch besides the game. Okay, so I'm gonna get that. And send that out. And then I want to, I don't know how many people will join us tonight, because I know that a lot of people are watching the game, but I know there's a lot of you that don't give a rip about the game. So, hey Kim, hey Cindy. And I just want to be able to let you guys know that I'm here for you. If you do not want to watch this game, you know what? That's fine. That is so fine. But guess which transfer we're using again? I know you guys are probably sick of this Paris transfer, but to me it screams spring. It just screams spring. And I want to show you and talk to you a little bit about our rice paper. Watch. What did I just do? Did I just wreck this paper? No. No, no, and no. Hey, crazy kids, how are you? So you can use it as a whole sheet. You can use it, rip it, and like this is a harder paper to rip. So they suggest, I'm okay to say we don't want all of this here, to take and wet it a little bit. So basically rice paper, it's like you're just going to decoupage with it, okay? So then you're just going to rip this. Some people will, what is that called? They'll age the edge of it. But you want this, see, like these little fabric wispy things? Can you see those? You want that. I'm going to, do you see those wispy edges? That's what you want. Okay. Oh, I can't have you guys that close to me. You guys will be seeing my age, my wrinkles, everything, and we do not want that. So the word tonight is, well, you could do it as a treasure map. We are going to put them on hearts in a block. And the word tonight is rice. You want to comment rice. And Kim, I have watched so much stuff on this rice paper because I thought this is just decoupaging, but I wanted to make sure. So tonight, the question is, if you could have any free item from my website, what would you choose? Now, whoever answers this, I'm going to ask my friend Kim if she can write down the names, and then I'm going to pick them randomly, and someone will win what we call Happy Mail. Now, I cannot tell you what the Happy Mail will be because of a company policy, but I can tell you, you will love it. You will love it. So, if you want to get in on this game tonight and win Happy Mail, you have to go find an item that you want from my website. Oh, and I suppose you guys might want to know my website, right? Let me quick put that down here. And not the, I had to stop and think. This is not the after hours one, okay? So I added my website there. All you have to do is click on it. It should take you right to my website. And look at these bangs. And then you can go look, you find an item, and you come back and comment it. Now, say Kim goes and invites 3 of her friends, April, that's the only friend I can think of right off there, then it's something, Wanda, that you can currently purchase, not a free item. Say Kim invites April, and April comes on and says, hey, Kim invited me. Well, Kim will get her name put down a second time. And then if April goes and looks, finds an item, then she puts it down, then April also has a chance to win Happy Mail. So that's what we're doing, okay? So I want to show you guys. We're going to have to do some of this in steps, is why I have a few of these here. So the first one we are going to do is we're going to take this one and we're going to use the Big Pears one. I know some of you are sick of this one, but I love it. And because I want to show you what it looks like by using it on white and a colored background, okay? So look at this poor transfer. I've used this transfer so many times, it is not even funny. So I want to show you how easy this is, this big one, right? To use when, if you want to use this and not lift off the whole sheet and everything, you can take and you can just lay it underneath here. Okay, we're just going to take, oh, that's not nice of you, who's ever on YouTube. So we're just going to go in, we're going to take our black One day I'll get this right. The Shimmer Shadow. I never remember it, but I do know. It smells really good, okay? Wanda, I was under the assumption from what they were saying that you could not buy them yet until the free thing is over. That's what I read somewhere, a comment somewhere. I could be wrong because, you know, that is me. So we're just doing this in the black because I don't know, for some reason I picture pink and black for Paris colors. I have no clue really, but so just make sure that you get it all done and then go back through and remove any of the extra paste off. Thanks, Kim. Oh, they're $10.80 on the website? Huh. So somebody gave misinformation out. Just got to clean this spot off my thumb. So you're just going to lift this off. And we need to let this dry. This is why I'm doing some of these in stages here. Now, I did some of that. Like you can see, this one is done in the Jolene. It's that same wordage. And then I put a flower on there and then the word love. And on this side, I did the rose. Oh, does she? Hi, Tracy. So, I want to show you how these turned out last night. Real quick, too, because, you know, we're kind of waiting for things to dry. So, this is how, this is on the watercolor paper that I did. This is on our acrylic, and I will put this up here. Oh, look, I almost got it right. So that you can see. There we go. So you can see that, right? But look, I'll do it this way so that you can see it. Just this. So this was painted on the back side here. Okay? But let me show you what I did after I got done. When I got off with you guys. Look at all of these I did. I'm just going to tell you, I am blown away by this. Do y'all see this? Do you see that? Is that not, hey Diane, is that not so pretty? Do you see, this is that same transfer on the watercolor paper and done in the vanilla. And I'm going to leave one of these like this, and then I'm going to watercolor it in with my actual watercolors. But this one you can see had a little bit of the color on it yet. But I'm loving this. So I'm going to show you what watercolor paper that I'm using. This is 140 pounds. All I know is Andrea and Rebel Unicorn, which her name is Lacey, she has said between 130 and 140 is really good for watercolor paper. Don't ask me, I don't understand all this stuff. But this is what I get, and I get this from Amazon. And I like this because it's a 5x7. And look at, there's only 60 sheets, but doesn't that look like a lot more than 60? So, now, while this is drying, we're going to take this one, and I'm going to show you. I painted this. Oh, imagine what I painted it with. I painted it in our metallic eggshell blue, because I love it. And then this is the strawberry swirl. So I painted this because I want you to see, look at the difference. And then when we have a little bit of color, it's going to change it, okay? So I'm just going to move this paste out of my elbows room real quick because I really don't want to put my elbow in it. You're going to take Mod Podge. This is just something that we all love, right? And if you don't have Mod Podge, you can actually take glue. I am going to put a little bit up at the top. Get out of the way, Mod Podge, so they can see. And I'm going to start with a little bit, right? Now, we want to fold this over. So I need to make sure that there's enough to go over. So we're just going to take this up at the top and we're going to lightly press this down. And it's better to work a little bit in sections. Okay. And then you're going to go back in, and I actually crinkled this up. Did you know you can crinkle this paper? Look at that, and it doesn't tear. And then you're just going to press this down. So we want it to totally go over this. So now you're going to lift it back up, and you're going to find, you know, where you need to apply a little bit more. Because if you're working with a big sheet of this, if you were rough with it, you can have a harder time laying it down. And if you like the fold lines, you can just kind of iron them out as you're going. Now, you don't want to get rid of all the wrinkles. That, I guess, is the beauty of this. And this, a lot of people say that they use in their journals. Oops. So we're going to just lightly put this down. Are you not sure what grade it is? The reason that you want a 130 or 140 is because it'll hold better for you. Because if you use like a flimsy paper like that I've had for my granddaughters for playing with, one, the paper is not going to hold up, and it could like start to warp and stuff, which most watercolor papers will warp, but you don't want it to really warp. So we are going to go in here. There they are. I know I had my scissors here somewhere. And we're just going to do a little cut up here. And then we're going to pull this over. I will tell you, once it has glue on it, it is harder to cut. And then we're just going to wrap it around like a Christmas present, okay? So, okay, so raised paper is very much like decoupaging with a napkin, but napkins will tear more. Raised paper, if you saw how rough I just was with this, you'll understand that you can crinkle it. You don't have to worry about when you're smoothing it, once you put your Mod Podge on, that it's going to rip or anything, right? So that is one of the benefits. My girl's got it in the way of when you do it. So on, you're just going to I don't want this white on here. So you could rip this or just cut it. It's your preference. I'd rather have it. There we go. So see? Now look at this. I'm not going to waste my time cutting this off for you guys because I'm pretty sure you guys understand, except for these big corners here because I need it to lay down flat. And I'm just going to make the corner lay down a little bit because there's a lot there. Okay, so now you can put your Mod Podge on it, or that's right, you can chalk on it right now. So you can Mod Podge it first, then you can chalk on it. This is your preference, whatever you would like to do. You didn't get the notice? I sent a notice. I figured you'd be watching the game, so you wouldn't care. But I wanted everyone to know. So we are just doing the little bit of Mod Podge on your rice paper. And like I said, look at this rice paper. You can crumple it up. Now, if I wanted, I could take that bike and put it on here, but that bike is a little too big, okay? But I could take and I could put this piece on top of this one if I want, okay? The game is on. They're in... it's already, they have 9 minutes and 46 minutes left, or seconds left of the first half. So, so see, easy enough that anyone can do it, right? So now you can either take your transfer here and you can use whatever you would like on it, right? You could just put like Paris on there, change it up a little bit, or you can take what the heck is that called? The French Garden. So you can take the French Garden and maybe we want the key and this Paris, whatever this is. I don't know what it is. Whew, that Mod Podge is really like, whew. Yeah, the other night, last night, neither one of you were on, and some guy was making some kind of comments on there, and I was like, So then we're going to just add a little bit, okay? And by adding that little bit of color underneath it, it's going to change it. And look at this. Look at that. Do you all see that? I really need to learn how to turn this right. And see, like, you got to kind of play the game because it's wet. So you got to know where you can put designs and stuff, right? So we're just going to go in here. And we're going to put this on here. Okay, we're going to throw this one over here to the side. We're just going to let this one do. And this is one of our chubby blocks. So it can stand on its own. You could put this like by the Eiffel Tower if you have one, right? So now we're going to take this. This is one of our other pieces. And I would like to be able to use this bike. But see, this bike is so big. I don't know how to use this bike because it is so big. I don't want it to cover everything. So we're going to take the Mod Podge again. One day I'll actually get it in a squeeze tube bottle. And you're going to just apply Mod Podge to your raised paper. And then you're just going to layer this. And like I said, you can leave it wrinkly if you want, so you can make it wrinkly. You can make it a little wrinkly if you want. Okay. So you can see this, right? And then we're gonna get water on our brush again. No, Wanda, it does not fit. But you don't throw it away. If you can't use it on this project, you keep it for other projects. We're gonna wet this and then just take your fingernail or just hold the paper and rippity rip. I know, I'll have to keep that cuz. And then most of the time you don't want, hey Tammy, you don't want this white edging. So you can go in and put water on it. So this is what I've done for the last, I don't even know now. I have been watching all kind of training tutorials on how to use this paper. It's like, and it is a lot easier to wet and to tear than it is if you just try and tear it on its own. So you can use it straight as a background piece, or you can use it and layer pieces on here. So who's excited for the commercials for the Super Bowl? And who really just does not care? And I want to show you that you can see some of the wording coming through there. You want that. Yep, you could use the watercolor like that too. You can just put your Mod Podge leg down here and just let it be. You can get just put it here and there, whatever you would like. And then just make sure that you have enough of that Mod Podge down. Crinkle it as you go a little bit. And then don't worry if you have some on the edge. Because when it's dry, you can go through with your little sanding block and you can sand it right off. Hey Susie, how are you? Okay, so don't forget everyone, if you want Happy Mail, M-A-I-L, I know it doesn't sound like that when I say it, but that's what it is. What you want to do is you want to go to my website, and I linked it in the comments. And you want to go in there and look, and I want you to see, did it not save all my stuff that I did? Hang on a second. So you want to go in, one, the word is rice, so you want to add rice, right? See, this is so weird. It is not showing on my laptop unless I click on the one part. I'm going to... I need this to get out of my way. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put down, if you could have one free item from my website, what would you choose? Okay. And I will put my website back on here again. So if you need to go look, see, it's not showing for me. The part that says truck return transfer and everything. You can't get into it? Well, okay, let me just go copy the link, and then you guys should have no problem. I'll just put it right here in here, that way. And you should be able to click on that, and it should take you right to it. So you have this, you have like some of these little other pieces that you ripped off. It's okay if they don't. Now, you can go in and do a light coat of like a light coat of like watercolor wash. So like you could do a very, very light coat of like a whitewash, but in color, right? So you can do that. You can leave it this way. I'm not one of these people. I'm not a junk journal person either, with all the stuff layered all over it, which is really weird, I know, for me, right? But then you can take some of this, what is this called? Like burlap. And you could go right across here. Oh, that, I'm not messing with Mod Podge. We will glue that. And then you can make like a little bowl out of this. And I want to show you what some of these people have been doing, which is the latest bowl craze, which I never would have thought. So let me get, ouch, it out here. That you're just going to take, this is just, to me, twine. This is natural jute. And you're just going to wrap it a couple million times around your finger, okay? And you're going to look and see if that looks big enough. Maybe no. Maybe I want this a little bit bigger. So let's see. We're going to wrap it around all four, okay? And then when you get it close to where you want it, you say, work with me. you can turn it. And I'm just going to cut some of this because I'm not coordinated enough to try and hold and do this. So you're going to take that piece. This piece, come on. And you're going to stick out your tongue, because that's how things work for me. And you're going to tie it in a little knot. And just get it. Who would have thought that jute tied in like this is the big trend? Not me. Not me at all. Okay, let's see if glue gun is ready. And we're going to put our finger protectors on. And we're just going to put a little piece on the back side. We're going to start it where it's a little thicker. We're going to hold it. So don't forget, when you go to the website and you know what, I think I want this up here. I'm going to cross this way. When you find something that you would like, doesn't mean that's what you're going to get. Just FYI. You want to come back and you want to comment what it is. And then Kim is going to take your name down, because I can't do that and do this all at once. And then you're going to take and you're going to glue that down. And I would never think of burlap being the big thing. I don't know. See, and I don't like it here because to me, I think it covers up our design. So we're going to just put it up here. Why? Because we can. It's mine. I can do whatever I want. Okay. There's that part. Stay. We're going to take this off the finger. And we have to come into our drawer. And, oh. We're going to pull some of these little things down. Here, and then just go up here and snippity snap. Save those little pieces because you don't know. Look at it. So Cindy, I want you to pick a colored ink and I want you to put that in there. So look at, see? So if you were doing a junk journal, you could put this right in your journal, just like this. I don't like where this piece is, though. Put your fingers. Hold it down. Okay, now look at that. Do you see how simple that is? But then you have your pears on there. Now, if you want, because you know how much we love this, you could even go one step further and if you wanted, before you put on your jute, you could seal this with Mod Podge. So see, you can still chalk on it. Look at that. Do you see that? So a few different ways that you can do it. So now we're going to go back to the block and we're going to take some of this verbiage here. I don't know what this says on here, but we're going to take vanilla. No, we're going to take pink. We're going to take, you know, my favorite pink. Ballet slipper, right? As y'all know, pink and purple are my favorite colors, right? So we're going to go in and I got to kind of look. And the pink is very subtle, but look at, do you see that? Do you see how subtle that is? Just a little bit, like you don't have to do the whole thing. You can do just a little bit of it. So then we're going to move this over here. And then again, you could put like a little bow on there. You could, I'm not a fan of these bows, but this is like a huge big thing. Mine are teal and purple. So you can, I would do a smaller bow. Try to do this and not burn myself. Oh, yeah, Donna, that's good. Let's just do it to the let's just do the glue gun. And remember, when you're gluing stuff like this, you don't need a lot of glue either. So you want to just go look up something that you would like for free, and you can look under just shop, or you can do the workshop. Not the workshop, the lookbook. And the lookbook will take you and show you the transfers where they're done. And you just want to find something that you think is pretty and that you would like. If you could get it for free, I'm not saying that's what you're going to get if you get picked for Happy Mail, but then you come back to where you are right now and you just put, oh, I liked I don't even know. Like something I don't have, I'm trying to think. Yeah, because the lookbook shows you different ways that you can use the transfers. Oh, I know what. Like for me, I don't have the cow or the horse or the pig transfers. Kim and I were actually talking that we both forgot to order something, and I was like, man, how could I have forgot that? It makes me so mad when I forget those things. It's like, but towards the end of the month, we should be able to order the peanuts. So if you guys are fans of the peanut characters, we will have those available. You know, the only problem with these dots is that they stick where you don't want them to stick. So look. Do you see that? Just a little something, right? I think this needs like a button. It needs something on there, right? No. I need to remove that one. There's a pink one. We could do a little pink one. And then, these buttons stick. Do you even remember, Kim, what we both said we forgot to order? I was like so mad. I was so mad. So we are going to add a little button on here. I don't even know where I got these from, but I think they need to have them maybe left open. So look at that. Do you see just a little something, right? A little something. But, okay, so look. Oh, look. I forgot I found this in my stash. So you could put this, look, do you see that? I would like it better if this bike was pink, but I'm not changing the color of it. I need comments out of the way for a second. So you could put this like right by it, because a lot of people ride bikes in and around Paris, right? So you could kind of just have that sitting there, or if you want, like that, because it'll set up by itself, you could hot glue it to it. Hot glue it to it. You can put it in here, but look at it. I need to get the glue out of the way. The other night, I had just turned my lights off. I forgot to hit the power strip. I left my glue gun on all night. Oops. But look, you can have, oh, it helps if you don't set it on its bow. But look, it just changed up, right? Just something a little different. But you can put it back here with all your other little things, right? I did. So now I gotta just remember power strip, no matter what. So I change the plug to my laptop and that, so it's not, that'll never happen. Because that's the reason I left it. So again, to take this off, you can either cut it straight or just wet it. And the wetter it is, I know that sounds really weird, the wetter it is, then just go and get your thumbnail in here. But you know what I'm thinking of doing with those? You got a cordless one? Yeah, I don't have a cordless one. I keep thinking of them, but I don't like how big some of those cordless ones are. I don't like that. So now we're just going to go in and we're going to go from this side and glue that down. Well, maybe this little piece will get a little extra. And if you want to seal this, then you would just put that Mod Podge all the way over everything too. That is a way that you can protect it too. So, you know, it's kind of like up to you. And like, if say there was a piece of something like from this one, you could put it on there, but I don't like the difference in the color. But you can see, if you look real carefully, you can see that little bit of pink behind here too. That just changes that, right? So Tammy, did you go to the website? Tammy and Susie, did you go to the website to see if there's anything that you would like for free? Because that is our game that we're playing tonight, right? So you could take that, if I wanted, well, I can't take this off. I'm going to try and turn you guys so you can see. So my lampshade here says, happiness is a feeling that comes over you when you know life is good and you can't help but smile. Happiness is having what you want and wanting what you have. So you could take this and you could put that right on here. Of course, I would have to finagle it so that I'm not covering any of the words. So maybe that's got to come over here a little bit. So we can wet this and I'll show you. So I'm just wetting this paper. I know you guys can't see me, so that's why I'm just trying to tell you what I'm doing. I'm just wetting the paper so I can rip it. And I can show you how you can put that right on there. I'm trying to get it as small as I can in this one area. Like by the bike seat and the handlebars. So that, goodbye, Mr. Dragonfly. And I actually saw how they make rice paper, and I will be making rice paper soon. Because I found that very, very, thank you, Susie, interesting. So I'm trying not to pull the design. I just want to pull some of this. Whoops, there goes a tire a little bit, but oh well. So then you would just take your Mod Podge watch on here. No, I don't want all that glue on there. On it. Yeah. And I found out you can do this on furniture, Kim. Yes, you can make it. You can put this on furniture. So I might be putting this on my dresser over here. It's a little bit, right? Okay, let me turn you guys so you can see the lamp. And I want to put this. And so how cool is that? So I showed you how you can take, and if any of you have any patterns from, like, man, my mom used to sew for us all the time, and I'm going to have to go to Goodwill and see if I can find any, like, patterns, because, holy crap, they're expensive nowadays. But this one, I think with all the little birds and stuff on here too, you could do like a whole little thing around that. This one. I think that would be really cool. Because I actually showed this on a lantern. Rice paper on a lantern. It was so cool. So, I mean, look at that. And to pull this a little bit more, we can put the key on here, and see, so look at, isn't that cool? So, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with this rice paper. And I think the biggest thing is not to be afraid of it. Just don't be afraid of it. Unplug your glue gun, Donna. Yeah, the main ingredient in rice paper is Elmer's school glue and water. And if you had paper, you know, like the paper patterns, you can do it on that paper. and it's really cool looking. Or if you peel a napkin and you have those 3 layers and one is a design and then the 2 are plain, you could chalk on the plain ones and then make erase paper out of them and still use a napkin too. So there you guys go. I just love the little bike with it. I just think the little bike is cool. So on your table that you Mod Podged, or that you, oh my God, that you did the pairs transfer on, you could take any of these designs, Kim, and you can Mod Podge them right on top of that table. And then you Mod Podge over the whole thing. Yeah. How cool is that? I just think it's really fascinating. So, and then Kim is going to send me the names of anybody who participated. And then I will pick a winner and I will announce it a little bit later. But I think that's really cool. So I don't know if you guys found this fascinating or not, but it's something different. And what our company is trying to do is to be on track with all the trends. Right now, the trend is the rice paper. The trend is the peanuts, which we are. Oh, Jason's sensor has just ended too, so I gotta go replace that. And the After Dark stuff, that's like huge. That's huge, huge. And the bees, and for some reason, like the French Garden and Paris, all of that is huge. Huge. So the peanuts is huge. And we are getting the peanuts. Like I saw 3 things today advertising shirts with peanuts on it. I can't wait to see how our transfers relate to that. So I think that would be quite interesting. But I know that halftime should be coming up. Let me go check real quick. Where are we at? So halftime is in about 20 minutes. So I wanted to give you guys enough time that you could see this, that if you didn't go to my website yet, you still have time to go look. Go to the website, find something that you like. I gotta change Jason's sensor. And then tonight, I have to be in bed early. Because let me tell you, 5:30 is gonna be too early. So the peanut characters. Oh, Diane, she's a wild one. Let me see if I have that one over here in my stack, which I think I do. Hang up. This one. I love this one. So the peanut characters, you know, like Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Lucy. Lucy is huge right now. You see a lot of shirts and stuff with Lucy's. So I just want you guys to be aware that I think next week is when we're doing a release. Did you guys see, how many of you guys saw this one? I just think this one is so cute. My granddaughter, Morgana, I think it was Morgana, said, hanging with my peeps. With the little peeps on it. Oh, I thought it was so cute. So cute. So, yeah. I just, I'm going to try and do something so that we can try and get more engagement on here. Because I have a lot of people that watch After, but they're not engaging with me while we're on live. And that is where Facebook is saying, oh, guess what? We're not going to show this to anyone because you don't have any engagement on your live. That is what I was told. That is why I asked you guys to comment. Like rice. Tell me where you live. What's for dinner? It's because Facebook is saying I don't have enough comments on my lives, that no one's engaging with me, so they don't push it out to anyone. Isn't that nice of them? And now they have said that I use somebody else's stuff, so now they've like cut me from making any money right now too. So I will be starting to do, I guess, more things on TikTok, because Facebook just keeps. So to engage is by commenting, asking questions. It's just crazy, because before, if you at least had people on your live, they would shoot it out to more people, because they only start with like 10 to 20 is where they send them out. Hey, Aurora. And when those people start to comment, my name is LaDonna, they will show it to more people. And if they say, well, LaDonna has no one commenting on hers, we're not going to push it out anymore. Oh my gosh, look, LaDonna's already got 25 comments in the first 2 minutes that she's on. That's why I've been putting, say, comment rice or whatever in there. Aurora, I'm doing pretty good today. And yeah, so that's why I asked you guys. And like, I know that Wanda knows Kim. So if those two say something back and forth together too to each other, that's considered engagement. It's really weird how, so like Susie, you know Kim, right? If you say to Kim, so Kim, how did you like the weather that you're having? Like when I tell you guys we hit 10 inches of snow, how much snow did you get? And you guys are quiet. Facebook says, oh, no one cares about what she's talking about, so we're not going to show her live. That just pisses me off. Like, royally pisses me off. And I don't, oh, you know Cindy. Well, Kim, this is Susie that knows Cindy. You know, it's a shame when you get older that you lose lip color and you lose your eyebrows. I know, Diane, it's really stupid. And, you know, you look at some of these people and they have, you know, like 100, 800, 1,000 comments on their lives. And you're like, what the heck? Like, and like one that I was watching, she had 2.2 people watching her. 2,200 people watching her. So see, by you saying, Diane saying hi to Kim, that's engagement. That's engagement like that too. So when Kim and Todd were commenting back and forth earlier that he was saying, oh, you had to boot someone from YouTube, that's engagement. That's engagement too. So, oh, we got 10 inches of snow. And we probably won't get any of the snow on Wednesday or Thursday. But Saturday, they said there's another storm moving in, and we'll probably get that. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But it can come on the weekends. It can come on the weekends. So, I don't know. Would you guys try this? I mean, So many people were like, oh, I don't know about that rice paper stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go Google it and find it out. So many YouTube things that I've been watching. It's crazy. So we have these, right? Yep. And you guys won't see, unless you are on the Prism app, you won't see the YouTube comments and the Facebook together. So, I just want to show you guys again this from last night. Oh, I did hearts too. So I did hearts. That's our transfer. And then this one. Do you guys want to see more, or are you guys done? Because I can, you know me, I can talk. I can keep going. Blah, 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 blah. No problem here. If my ex is on, you could ask him, and he will say, she just blah, 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 blah. She never shuts off. But that's just, you know, me. That is me. So if you do, I'm just going to tell you, if you do watercolor, right? I want you guys to be able to see. First thing you do, the word today is rice. So you want to tape. One, this will give you a nice border. So try and have it even. Is that the first time anyone scored, Denise? I just heard. So this is, so I did this design. That's ours. I think I have it right here, because I'm pretty sure I didn't put anything away from last night. Oh, look at this new surface I got. Can't wait to do that. So this little one here, I did this in vanilla. Okay, then you let it dry. Then the big part is with, like, you can do this, I'll show you with our paste, and see, I have one of those pens too. So this is your watercolors. This is our paste. And you're like, well, that's dried up. Well, guess what? You just take and wet it and let it work. And then I'm going to move this because sometimes it can splatter. You want to spray them. And you want to let that set for just a little bit, right? Now you want to use, watercolor paintbrushes. Look at the tip of this. Look at this. Do you see that? So this is watercolor, but you can use our chalk paste. I just dribbled on it. So, but make sure you have it taped down. So you're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to just work it in that color. And you want this to be like a soft, right? And you're going to load your brush. See, we're just going to do this first. I really need to stop dripping that all over. And then you can just come in here, and this is the best part. So this is what they call your paintbrush is wet, but your paper is dried, right? If they're in the tube, that is this as well. They just put it in these little pans to make it easier. So then you can just go in and touch it, and you can see this is really faint. This has not mixed up real well yet. So we'll get it mixed up really well. But you don't have to throw this away. This is from the other night, right? So this is just the watercolor paper that I showed. And you just go in and you can make these soft. Now you can go back in like a million times and add color to them, okay? So now this brush is wet. You just want to make sure your brush is wet when you touch your colors in here. And you just want to swirl that brush in there and get that color saturated on your brush. So you can see it's pretty saturated, right? Now I'm going to show you how you can go back in. Ooh, I'm going to try and stretch you in so that you can see. Then you're just going to go in and you can just touch where we did before. And do you see how it's spreading? So you can just come in and you can let it work on its own a little bit. I love watching it just spread. It's just so pretty. See, so you can just come in and you can just layer. That's really deep and rich, right? Now, if you wanted to make it so it's not so dark, you can rinse your brush and go back in and only get a little bit of it, right? So I want to show you, I'm going to go in and show you wet on wet. So my brush is wet, there's no color on it. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to touch. Well, I guess I didn't rinse it very well. So we're just going to add this color and spread it out. See, look how soft that looks. Now, if you're like, that's too much, go in and damp off some of that. And you can just go in and pick up that color. And look, you can pick up some of that color and change the look of that. Can you guys see that? Let me see if I can get you just a little bit closer. I'm gonna change you. Okay, so look, you can go in and pick up that color with your brush. And you can change that. Now we're going to try and rinse it. Both my waters are dirty. So you normally have two jars of color, water. So this is plain. So you can see just water, right? So now you could go in and take that color, dip your brush in here, and then you can just, and this is nice because it's like you're coloring, You're just going to follow the lines. And look at how it spreads. And you could go in and clean your brush again and just have water on it, but like not too much. And you could drop more water into that. You can also go back in and you can take the watered down chalk that we have, because it's all about letting it dry and adding more color and depth to it. So see, now I can go in here and take these colors and I can add them to the chalk colors as well. Look at that. I don't like this piece off the side here, but that's on the design. So isn't that cool? And then make it dry so you can add more if you want. And we'll show you how you can layer that on there. So who knew that you could use our chalk transfers, especially the ones like these that are what they call that etched, and then you can go in and you could just define it a little bit more, and you can press down and left, press down and left, down and left, press down and left, and that will give you more of that true instead of just swishy swish, right? This, Diane, is this transfer, and I'll show you one up close. And I am just coloring in the lines. So then you can come in and you can press down and left, down, pull and lift, press down and lift, and that will give you, and then we just add a little bit to that because we pulled it out a little bit too much. But like this one here, this was nothing but the chalk, right? So now you could go back in with more chalk, right? And you can add a little bit more detailing if you want. And I would think the middle would be really dark, so we're just going to go in here and find it really dark. And then go back in and get a little bit more of that wet. And then you can always go in and take when it is like more. You can do like the little things like in the center. So you can just totally change that up. So A lot of this you can just do with our chalk paste, because look at this is the chalk paste on here. This one is chalk paste. This is from the other night. Just get it a little, your paintbrush wet, swirl it in there, load it up. I like to pull it off a little bit off on the side, and then you can press and lift, or you can just follow the lines. Because it already has the shape, so you're just following the shape. You're just going in and following the shape. And because you're using a chalk transfer, you don't have to try and figure this out all on your own. Then let that dry. Then you go back in. Then you want to go in and clean your brush. I like to do it on a paper towel to see if I have it pretty clean. And then you're going to go in and you're going to go into that green. And you can go with that tip, see that really fine tip, and you can press and lift, press and lift, and there you have your, or you can just follow what chalk has for you. See how easy that? Just make sure you try and get all your stems. And then you can always go in and you can pick up a little bit more of the green. And then press and lift, press and lift. I am not great at this stuff. I just keep watching tons and tons of tutorials, and I'm hoping that someday it will click and work. So leaves, it's press and lift. Press and lift. And see, you can add more green to this one if you want on the top side. 2-minute warning. Or you could make this, look at this, just with that little tip. That little tip, that is why using watercolor paint brushes, look at, you can get super fine with this. Or you can, we're going to go up, press, and lift. Well, look how pretty that one came out. And then you can just add that little bit.
This is a reminder. Fill out timesheet.
See, I have issues because I want it to be perfect.
This is a reminder. Fill out timesheet.
So it's press down and lift up. And see, just like that. Then when they're dried, you can go in with like a little bit darker color, and you can do like, if they have like little veining or whatever, you can add that to it. Just so that it kind of all blends better together. And if it's starting to drag like that, that means your brush is too dry and you need a little bit more color. And then you can just go back through and add a little water to it, and voila, boom, bam. Yep, see, I have one of those watercolor tubes there too. Yeah, I keep forgetting, Diane, that you were down in Missouri, down by Dalton. Well, probably not exactly by Dalton, but... See, so then you can, by adding additional colors, it creates dimension and depth to your painting. So now we're going to go clean it up. Clean that brush. And then we're just going to wet. Oops, see? Okay, so I want to show you. Do you see what I just did? I got a little green up in there, which is okay. But if you don't want that, take your paper towel and go in and blot it right up. Clean it one more time. That is why they say, like, if you're drawing it, to leave like a little bit of room so that it will show. So we're just going to come in here with that chalk paste color, and we're going to lightly do that one. And then we're going to come up here. Ooh, I saw that getting ready to drip. And look at how it just spreads. It will only spread where there's water. See, so now we can go into this one where it's dried, and we can take that little bit and, damn it, I touched the green again. But you can blot that green out and just go in there and I just think it's so cool. We have all different ones that you can make tea towels with. All kind of different ones. So I am going to spray these a little bit again, because I want a little bit of green. I forgot to do the stems down here. I'm going to balance on my pinky because I want to follow these lines that are on here. And for those of you that want to go watch the halftime show, I'm almost done. I'm just going to show you the water. So I'm going to make sure that, oh, my brush is wet. Normally you would wait until that green is done, but I want to just show you. They're screaming on there now, so something must have happened. So look, just come around to the edge and just keep pulling it. And yes, I know water is not blue, but you can't see it otherwise, right? And if you want, you can take that blue and you can just outline the vase. Right? So you just come down and follow the design. And then if you want, Oh, I don't know which color. Do we have a... See, I have all these. I don't seal this. Oh, seal the tea towels? What are you talking about, Diane? Sorry, I come up and I only see part of the comments. So I want to do like a little bit of a, like a shadow underneath here. And you can just do a little bit. And then you can go back in and like dab it off. And dab a lot of that color out of there. So it gives that illusion, but not nothing else. And oh no, one of our petals fell. So I'm going to show you. So if one of your petals fell, you want to make sure that you have loading your brush with color. You want to just load it up. Did someone just get another touchdown? Just load that color up. And I'm going to try and make a little one. And you could do a press and just pull it like in a C. And then you could come back around this way and pull it together. And there you have a little petal. Now, you can always go back in. The more you go back in, the more you can change your flowers. So look at just that little bit. Press and pull, press and pull, press, lift and pull, and look. I just think it's pretty. I just think it's pretty how you can do that. Ooh. Okay, but you know what, guys? I wanted to be an art teacher. I took art for quite a long time. Well, for me, it seemed like a long time. Only 7th or 8th grade, right? Up until then. But I've just watched a ton, and I mean a ton, of reels and YouTubes on how to do this. And I lay in bed late at night and I watch them. That tip is really important. There is another brush that I want to get that makes chiseled leaves. And then, see, each time you go back in, now like this one needs detail. You can go in and I'm going to look at this one because it shows, and you can look and go, oh, there's markings like down this way where this one is closed quite a bit, but then it has like a little markings this way. And see, I'm just looking at this for a reference. And you'll see a lot of them reference pictures too. And then you can just go in and I don't know what these like lines are called on here, but you can do these little like, that it pulls. Because each one of these you can see. So, like right here, just give it that little bit of darkness so that you can see the separations of those petals. And then add, nope, if your brush starts to get too dry in your colors, if it starts to drag, just add a little bit more to it. See, it's dragging a little bit. So that means the paint and the page is dry. And this, I don't know. When I watch Andrea and I watch Lacey from Rebel, I'm just like, oh my God, I want to paint like them. Like, I just want to learn. So nothing comes easy. You just have to take a little bit, you know, and practice. And I'll tell you, I don't practice anywhere like I should. I will tell you that right now. I do not practice anywhere like I should. I don't know where Kim's been lately. I know that they have had a lot going on. But I don't know. So see how just adding that little bit can pull it in. Oh, now look, now you can see definitions of petals. These girls don't draw too many flowers, the ones that I watch. But I just keep watching because I'm sure someday it'll like all click and I'll be like, woo, I finally got it. So I have no clue if these have them in the middle. Like, that's what I should look at sometimes, too, is have, like, a tulip or something in there. Yeah, they're still here in Wisconsin. I don't know for how long. They have to go and sell their house at some point in West Virginia. So, or Virginia. So, if you know anyone who's looking for a house in Virginia, let Kim know. See, and just pulling little bits and just helps to give it. And then like this one down here, just press and left. Common strokes are C, like a C. Press and left. And you're like, ooh, you know, so you can fill it in, and there's, you know, ones that have dropped. So make sure your paints are dry before you shut the lid on them, or they will mildew, according to the girls. I never thought about that because I shut when I'm done and don't think nothing of it. I don't like that little piece there, so we're just going to cover it up. And then see, just, my problem is I don't know when to stop. I don't know when to stop. I don't know how to stop. But I know you want to leave different, like you need your shadows, you need your highlights and stuff in there too. So, and then whatever you do when you wash your brushes, hang on. When you wash your brush, run it under water, make sure it's really clean. I actually use, I'll see if the can has one in here. Oh, this is surface wax, Donna. I have like makeup brush cleaners, and I just clean it on there. Then when you're going to dry it, you dry it flat. If you dry it this way, all the water runs down in here and loosens up the glue and the bristles, and that's how you get your bristles start coming out on your page. And when you first get your brushes, if you get brushes, I will tell you that they have this, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it has a little plastic wrap on it, right? But there's also some kind of sealant on your brushes, and you don't want to go in and like break up your brushes this way. Let me show you on an old brush that it wouldn't matter. So like you don't want to go like this on your hands. Just put it in the water and go back and forth. Nope, Kim's not from here. Kim L, she's not from Wisconsin. And Diane, you're like family because that's Dalton's there. Wanda's in Arkansas. I don't know where Susie is from. So, see, I'm way behind. My thing says there's 64 more comments and I haven't seen them. So, yeah. But I am obsessed with playing with the watercolor. It's like, oh, look, there's a little puddle of green right here. And it's like, oh, maybe this needs a little bit. And then it comes this way. And, oh, maybe, you know, you want to do a little something here. And see, like I can tell it's dragging. So that means brush is too dry. But you can go in then and just do that little like veining. And it makes it look so much more realistic. It's like, wee. Yeah, because they do say wee when you do that. Well, good. And even be more vocal if you are not on the live and you see, you see one of my lives. If you comment on that live or on the replay, guess what? Facebook puts that out again too. So, oh, Tomahawk. So if, say, Susie is, well, now Kim L, she'll be working a lot of nights now. When she comes on later when she gets home at night and she sees one of my lives and she comments on it, not just the stupid little thumbs up, but she comments on it, even like 3 things. Oh, hi, sorry to miss your live. Hi, replay. What Facebook is going to do is it's going to push it back up there in the queue, and then it'll send it out to more people. So yeah, so when I tell you to chitty chat, that's what I mean. Ask me a ton of questions too. I'm pretty much of an open book. There's certain things that, you know, I don't talk about. There's certain things that I can't talk about because I get emotional. And, oh, do you know that my neighbor, Susie Jamie, her sister lives in Alaska and flies with Alaska Airlines? But yeah, so, yeah, look at, do you see how each time you go back in, you're like, oh, I gotta add a little bit of this. And then you add a little bit of this. And you're like, dang, look at that. How that just changes it. I am like, yeah. I just don't know how to fix this one. So you know what I'm going to be doing when I should be laying in bed sleeping tonight, right? I will be looking up how to give more definition to the petals. How do I give more definition to my petals? I don't know. So that is what I will be looking up. Because see, this petal comes down this way, and this petal crosses over. And I would think this half would be darker, because it's like the underside of it, but I don't know. I don't understand all the light values and stuff like that. Now, if you would ask Jason that, my son, he could tell you. But ask his mother, she don't know. I don't know. So yeah, this just makes me very happy just sitting here and playing with this. And do you know what is so good too? That this point, here, I'm going to go in and really load your brush is what they say. A lot of people make a mistake of not putting enough in. And then you pull it out. But you see, this one has that really, really super fine tip. This is a size 8. So they are smaller ones. Let me show you a smaller one. Smaller one. This one is a 4. We're going to wet the 4. Don't want to be drippity drip, but you can go in here. Now I know it's halftime, so I'll hurry up so you guys can go watch the show. But look. Oh, I see a little drip on the side. I don't want it to drip on the page. Just a little bit more in there. You see, I could write with this. Oh, I will, Kim. So the happy water is supposed to be the clean water and dirty water. Look at the two of them. So there you guys go. I hope you guys had fun tonight. We did these, right? I like this one better. And then I'm going to take you off. Oh, my God, I got a hard stretch so hard. And I'm going to flip this so you can see the lamp. So here, this is what I put on. And this is one of our older transfers. And look at that. Now, I'll just keep adding to this. But isn't that... I just love that. And this table... Oh, look. Forgot my drink. I talk all that much. You can decoupage on top of here. If you put Waverly down first, like put a white on here, then you could just add the transfer, and then you could add the decoupage on here. And then see how I have just the little ones that I added, just in case. So I don't like him. But I found out their tails, some of them have like bluish, purplish green tails. And then they're more yellow up here and then red down here. So I'm probably going to change him. But look at this new board. It's a room divider. So then I can hang things. But got a little chickie here. No, not chickie, rooster. This is all the chicky stuff. I got the Mod Podge to put on here for the dishwasher safe. So if they want to be washed, they can be cleaned off. And then look at, this is our, oh my God, someone help me out. The phone stand is this February's Club. Oh my God, you guys, my brain. But look, these are from a long time ago that are still, I think, in our back office. These are the little ones. Look how cute they are. And then those books, like this. This actually went with a whole thing that went on a tiered tray thing. But I love, love, love this. And then, see, look at that up close. See, so it depends on how you do it is how they change. But I love how these ones came out. This little birdie I love. And then this one here is the different one. I know, right? Look at. Heck yeah. So what I did here is I did it first in black, and then I went over it in white, and then I did, because the can cozy came, like with the print, and then I just put our little transfer on there. Heck yeah. So, I don't do craft shows because of Jason, but everything I have is for sale. Now look at this one is 3 different patterns. This is 1 layer. This is 2 layers. This is a 3rd one, and it's hard to see his wings, but there he is. He's a queen bee, or she's a queen bee. And then look at the little bees. So, yeah. And then that one, I finally got a bow on it. But everything is for sale. Oh, look at that rodeo one. I like how the rodeo one came out. And I did it like a lasso, so it's all, the rope isn't on there straight. But see, you can see all kind of different pieces that I have. And the bookmarks, love, love, love these. Love these. But yeah, that's what I do. And this makes me happy. Because why? You make your life a work of art. And I love that. Oh, I would not be... I don't... And this is my other favorite wall. Even though it doesn't go with... Don't look at all my junk on here. That's my Paris table. But it has all my junk on it. But I love that Highland cow. So I took Highland cow pictures and added the Home Sweet Home on them. So if you don't know how to cut a straight edge, they're pretty cheap nowadays. Oh, I can't find mine. I have a paper cutter that you can just cut them right through there. And that's all I do. And if they're not perfectly straight, oh well, because I'm not. And then all I do is I keep adding my pictures that I've done or whatever I've done, my fixtures to this poor little area. And look at, then I switch things around. See, so now look, there's going to be 3 here that have that Paris design. I'll put the little bike in here, move the courage, and then I'll show you. See, look how cute those are. I almost think this would look better maybe with more on it. I don't know. So, thanks for popping in with me. I hope you guys have a good night. Go watch this because I don't know what this is. I don't understand. One, I don't care for this type of music at all. It's different. I don't get it. I don't get that stuff at all. So, you guys have a great night. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for chit-chatting with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. Kim will let me know. Oh my God, you guys. I have to show you. My rose just bloomed. Look at. Do you see that? Look at that. It's a miniature rose that I brought in over from summer. And look at it. It bloomed today. I love that. Aww. Look, this here, this is chalk too. That's chalk too. Life isn't perfect, but my cat is. No. No. So, you guys have a great night. Thanks again. I will be on tomorrow at some time. And now I've got to go change Jason's sensor. You guys have a great night. I'll chitty chat with you all. Bye now.